What we want to know is, are you a brother or a sister?
Well, I'm an only child.
There's a word for what you are.
Charismatic?
So what the hell are you? A man or a woman?
Farley, that night is the first night I ever met Farley. It was your first night on the show.
We all sat around and watched you when we were cheering you on, buddy.
And Farley, he took me. He never met me before in his life, you know. He took me back. He said, "I got to tell you a secret about SNL."
Oh, yeah.
Took me all the way to the back and
Like the woods. This is the woods.
No, within the.
Okay, the hotel, right?
In the hotel, and he secreted me into this room, and he locked it, and he made sure it wasn't bugged and everything. He said, "I got a secret to tell you." I was very, honored to have this. And then his secret was, he said, "This doesn't go past these walls. Pat is a woman."
Tell me your history with Norm.
Well,
Did you guys date?
No, not date.
Oh.
He
Good for
he
you, by
was
the way.
he was mean to me in a terrible way. When his first show on SNL, there was a sketch, and they wanted to change something, and I didn't want to change it to that line. And he came up to me in the makeup chair and said, "Your problem is you're not funny. You're just not funny." He said that to me. I'd been on the show for 4 years. He was just started it. I think it was his first week. Okay, there's a better part of the story. So then, of course, I didn't like him.
Norman can be rough.
I really didn't like him. And then I was about to leave the show anyway. I was like, just one more reason to get the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I was very, very good friends with Laurie Jo Hoekstra, who he was always, very much.
They're friends for years. I don't even know if is that the woman in his life, or is she?
I don't actually even
She's
know.
his handler,
Lojo,
as he refers to her.
Lojo.
She's been with him for like
for a million years
since back then at SNL in like '93.
Yes,
yeah.
and I always loved Laurie Jo, and it was a very tumultuous friendship then, and I just really didn't like him. And then I left the show, and I just really didn't watch anything for years. But some people would talk about how funny he was, and I would see him occasionally. And I had a bias, obviously, because I had this traumatic thing. Then at the 40th reunion, Norm came up to me and he said, "I just have to apologize to you. That was a terrible thing to do. I can't believe I did that terrible thing." And I said, "Oh," and then that meant a lot to me. And then after that, I could watch Norm stuff, and I realized he's hysterical. Okay, it was like I was able to emotionally let it in how great and funny he is.
That's an interesting comment on there is some gateway to your sense of humor that goes through personal feelings.
That's embarrassing because it's very narcissistic.
But that's everybody, though.
I mean,
Christ, I can't tell you how people just hate my humor now, and I think, that's a pretty good joke. And I try to figure it out, like sometimes where somebody will over-like a joke and somebody will under-like a joke. And I'll see the finer gradation that was a decent joke. It probably should have hit right in here. And I could see, I said, "Oh, I see. It really isn't an involuntary gesture. There is some price of admission to get through to really convulse somebody."
Yeah,
and it's about their biases towards you.
Yes, it's true.
Well, I'm glad Norm came around because that seemed like a particularly... He was probably scared shitless, too. Everybody was a little scared over there.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, I'm sure I've had moments there as well.
Take me on a journey. Take me far away from this life. I'd leave it in a hurry. Let's run away before morning light. You got me.
I don't know if you know this, but I used to tour with Norm Macdonald for 7 years. Yeah. And so like he was like my best friend. So like whenever I have like auditions and stuff, he used to say, "Oh, just don't bother acting because there's a good chance you won't get it anyway." And those are the ones that I usually got it. You know what I mean?
Hold on, I have to hide my self view because if I'm on camera, I look at myself, which is weird. Okay.
Oh, by the way, I don't promote the video.
Oh, okay, no, that's okay. Do whatever you want with it. But I'm just saying, for me, I become distracted by myself.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Norm,
I saw your tweet, and I wanted you to know that he loved you very much because when
that meant a lot to me. That's what made me do it. I'm not doing interviews really, but it happened right away when he got on the show, and we only overlapped by a few months.
Yeah.
And so he was young and new, and I was jaded and had one foot out the door. So we both kind of we're in a weird place, to be maybe not at our best, but he had come up and yelled at me about a sketch that he wrote, and it was in, but then it got traded out for a sketch of mine or something, which happens all the time,
Right.
and he would certainly learn that, but at that moment he didn't. And I was in the makeup chair, and he came and started yelling at me about it, which it wasn't even my responsibility I was not in charge of that.
Right.
And then and I think I was saying that, and I was kind of shocked because he, I felt like I was a senior statesman, like I'd been there 4 years, and he just had arrived on the scene, and he was yelling at me about something I had nothing to do with. And then he started saying how unfunny I was not funny, blah, blah, blah. And that was really rude. And it was in the makeup trailer with a bunch of people anyway, which I don't really care, but it didn't get us off on the best foot.
Yeah.
But then, as I said, and then, when I left SNL, I didn't watch the show at all. Like I was so sick of anything sketch related. I really didn't watch it for years. So I missed his genius, like I didn't know. I would hear about him. I mean, I wasn't in an igloo, but
right.
But I didn't, because we'd had that weird thing. But Lori Joe, I was in contact with,
Oh, Lojo. I love Lojo.
Yeah. And I suspect it was her that made him, come around maybe, or rethink it. Or maybe he didn't, maybe he rethought it 1 week later. I have no idea. I don't know. But I just know that it wasn't for years later that I see the sketches of him and realize what a real comic genius he was. I mean, really, just so good. And like going to the reunions, I realized that he was so good. Like, I'm so out of it. I'm like somebody's old aunt who's like, what's up with the kids now? And so then I was like, oh, he really is good. And I actually didn't hold it against him. I feel even bad saying it. But then the only reason I put that tweet out there is because I thought it was so big of him to come to me and say, I think I said something to you that was mean, when we first met, and I'm so sorry, and I think you're great. And it was just not that many people do that, that showed such wonderful character, and it just made me love him, and so, but then some people got mad at me for tweeting that. I really meant it positively. Like,
I took it positively.
Like everyone has a bad moment, and what I was trying to show is that he reflected on it and made an apology that was genuine and sincere and accepted on both sides. So it's like, that's not a common thing to happen. And he did that. So I was trying to be positive about it, but some people were like, not the time and place and stuff like that. And anyway, ugh.
I remember when I told him I was going to interview you like 3 years ago, and he's like, oh my God, that's going to be awesome. I can't wait to listen to it. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I only did one movie and she played my mom.
Oh, what?
Yeah. He said that you played his mom on Dirty Work or something.
Oh, I've done so many of those parts.
And I watched it and I didn't see you. So I don't know if he was screwing with me, but
I'm pretty sure I'm not in that. Although I've been cast as the mom so often, and it's like, but yeah, he's probably mixing me up with someone, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I just thought it was funny because he said nothing but good things about you. So I just wanted.
Okay, that's good. Maybe he actually totally thought of me as someone else, but yeah. But you must miss him so much.
Yeah, it was.
Did you know? Like, was he getting sicker and sicker around you, or?
Well, I found out he had cancer in December, and there was only a handful of people who knew, and he kind of made me say like I can't tell anyone or whatever. but he also told me that it was a different type of cancer from what came out that he had. So I don't know. Like, I feel kind of like privileged that I knew, but also kind of hurt because it wasn't what he told me. You know what I mean?
But maybe he told you the truth.
No, yeah, he told me he had colon cancer, and when he died,
he
it
just
said,
didn't want.
Yeah.
What did I don't even know. I just knew he had cancer. What did they say it was?
It was leukemia cancer. So
Oh.
I don't know.
If you have like something like colon cancer, I think it can get into the lymph system and become a lymphoma. Like, I don't, like a lot of times in late stage cancers, there's overlapping cancers, but usually you name your cancer after the first one you have. So it would be colon, but he probably just thought people would make jokes about it.
Yeah. I just know nothing about cancer, and it sucks because I was born in July. It's a birthday joke.
Okay, that was a good one. It took me a moment.
Oh, thank you so much. It's so good to hear you laugh.
Chris Kattan you didn't like.
Kattan's all right. Just we had. When you're in that, it's like being, I won't say it's like being in war, but when you're in a situation, everyone's fighting for themselves.
There's another great quick Norm story.
Kid, Artie.
Well, Jim will appreciate that. They do a big Rolling Stone article about the Kansas City.
That was a great one, man.
Wait, what is this? They do a big Rolling Stone article about the cast.
I got
about
a good
the
one.
what? So the cast of Saturday Night Live.
Right, yeah.
And it's everybody kissing each other's ass. So they ask Norm about Chris Kattan. And it's after pages of, I've never seen someone do better character work. Norm's quote is, he seems gay to me. He goes, I've never met a guy who said he wasn't gay who seems so gay. But I guess he says he's not gay, so whatever.
Hey.
I love that.
What about Norm Macdonald? You're at war with him as well. You two don't like each other.
Warring with Norm?
Here's what Norm said.
Oh, good.
I got it for you.
Another one.
Chris and Norm Macdonald apparently hate each other. This is according to my notes. When Norm hosted Saturday Night Live, Chris did not appear on the show. Wow.
Wait, when was...
In November of 97.
Oh, right.
Norm said of Chris, I don't know, but to me he seems gay. Right. He claims he's not, but I've never seen like a guy who's not gay seem so gay. I don't find him funny. What can I say? Never made me laugh. What happened between... First of all, I don't believe you're gay, are you? I know someone you dated.
No, I'm not gay.
Yeah, you did.
And he's certainly had to have laughed at you once or twice.
Right.
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
a funny guy.
Right.
Well, that was the.
I mean, your
Rolling
characters.
Stone
Some of your
article.
characters are effeminate, so maybe people think you're
right.
gay.
Like Mango's, he's
gay,
queer as day.
Right. So
yeah.
So is Norm a homophobe? Is that the problem? He doesn't like gay characters?
I definitely think he has a problem with
But give me the history of this. I love feuds.
Okay, let's see. What is, I don't know
you
exactly.
didn't appear on the show for a reason. You just
No. I don't. I just think I didn't get my sketches in. It wasn't like I'm not appearing in the show.
And when you're on Saturday Night Live, I've heard this before. When you say you didn't get your sketches in, you have to write your own material. If you don't get it in, if
it doesn't pass muster,
then you're not on the show.
Right.
Wow, a lot of pressure.
Yeah, every week.
So do you have to hire separate guys to help you write material?
No. I mean they're there. There's there's people you write with normally. So
right, okay. Because I heard some people don't help other people. You know.
No, some people don't.
Right.
But I'm not. Because I'm not exactly the easiest guy to write for, though. I'm not like. I'm not an everyman. I can't be the boyfriend all the time. I'm more of a freak.
So why Norm Macdonald? I mean, Norm is an easygoing guy. I know Norm. Why the dislike? Something happened.
Well, let's see. When I first got on the show, he was so nice. He and Spade,
right,
were just like so nice. And then I don't know what happened. He just started. Like Garth Brooks was, we did like a pitch meeting, and he started saying things in the pitch meeting like, you don't want to do, like Garth Brooks was a guest.
Yeah.
Was a guest. I was like, I'm sure you don't want to do another fag sketch. Like things like that, people would laugh.
Oh, dear.
I was like, why is he saying why is it? And then it got kind of old, like, Jesus, Norm, you're like another...
And it makes you inhibited in a writing meeting if someone's goofing on you every time you open up your mouth, right?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't care because I'm not gay. If I was like, some gay guy going, I don't want anyone to know that I'm just...
Right. And so the gay jokes kept going and going and going.
Yeah, the gay jokes kept going and going.
And then you finally said, "Hey, I've had it with you, Norm."
Well,
Did you ever confront him?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, but it's like a playful thing. He says it's like a Jack Benny, Fred Allen, kind of a feud thing.
But you don't see it that way.
No, I think he's I don't know. But he this is what happened. We were on a flight together. We didn't plan on being together on the same flight. We were flying from LA back to New York to do Saturday Night Live, and it was a red eye, and he's behind me, and we're getting along, whatever. He's talking about crapping on women, or I don't know what he was talking about, something like that.
Yeah,
and it was funny because he was so loud,
right?
So everyone else could hear it. I'm like, I just crap on this girl.
Yeah,
and I'm like, laughing,
right?
Because he's a funny guy.
Yeah.
And then I wake up, and because it's a red eye, and one of my shoes is missing. And I was like, "Where's my shoe?" And Norm's like, "Hey, you lost your shoe, huh?" And then he leaves, and I'm like so disoriented, and I'm the last guy in the flight looking for my shoe, and I just walk off the plane with one shoe, and all the stewardesses like, "You are funny."
Oh no! So he stole your shoe.
He stole my shoe,
and he's playing goofs on you. He's not respecting you.
Right. And then I took his jacket on a really cold night.
Yes.
And his assistant called me at home, going, "I gotta get Norm's jacket. Please get me Norm's jacket." And she was like freaking out.
Right.
I was like, "No, this is between Norm and I.
You can't play in this game." Right. Chauncey Hayden, you're on the air.
Hey, Howard, how's it going?
All right.
I've interviewed Chris before. He's a good guy. Chris.
Thank you.
Is it not true that Jim Brewer, your former cast member, had a problem with you as well?
I think at one point he thought I stole an idea from him.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So, man, there's so much infighting. You got to admit.
But that's it, though.
Really?
That's not much for like 6 years.
With a lot of the cast members, and I think with Chris, do you remember that Rolling Stone cover came out, and they only put certain members of SNL on the cover?
Yeah, that was a big deal.
Didn't that cause a lot of strife inside?
Yeah, well...
Why, they only chose certain amount of people for the cover. It was you.
Right, it was Will, me, Molly Shannon, and Sherry O'Terry.
And you did the cover, and the rest of the cast felt like, hey, what are we, garbage?
What is this?
But why be mad at you?
Because of our characters, too. It was like there was the cheerleaders.
You were the breakout guys.
Roxbury guys.
Right.
And Mary Catherine.
But aren't they mad or jealous because you guys broke out and they didn't? And don't they think that you should stick up for them and insist that they be on the cover as well? But you don't have that kind of juice.
No, what are we gonna?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only makes sense that they would be on the cover, but what are we gonna do? I mean, Norm wanted to be. There's a big stink because he wanted to be on the cover
by himself.
Yeah.
Really?
No, I don't know if he wanted. No, he wanted to be
in that picture.
I don't know. He showed up later, and then he wanted to be. He wanted to stand in the middle of us.
And you said no.
Well, it was just like weird.
Yeah, right.
Why are you
like who are you?
Like here? It's like my variety show. What?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I guess he thought he was the guy. All right, Chauncey, thanks. All right. Artie Lang, go ahead.
Hey, Howard, what's up, man?
Yeah, hey, Artie.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no, I like Chris. I think he's funny, but what he said before about that Rolling Stone cover is wrong.
All right, go. Artie's going to defend Norm, I guess.
Norm represents.
You might be wrong.
All right, go ahead.
No, it's just that Chris made it sound like Norm showed up begging to get on the cover of Rolling Stone.
Oh no, he wasn't begging. He was just like assuming he was on the cover with us, and
well, he was though.
I know he was,
but he wanted to stand in the middle as well.
No. They were begging Norm to do it. And he thought it seemed weird.
He didn't want to do it.
Right. He thought it seemed weird to stand in the middle of all you guys.
Oh, that's true.
They definitely wanted Norm to be on the cover because at the time, I mean, he was the funniest guy on the show. Howard, you've said that a million times.
I think Norm is hysterical.
He is. I already said that.
Yeah, and so does Chris.
But, I think Chris, he made it sound like Norm's begging to get on the cover of Rolling Stone.
No.
You guys said no.
Hey, Artie, do you know why Norm has such a problem with Chris?
No.
What is his problem?
I don't know. I wasn't there when they met or all that stuff happened.
He's never really...
Well, you are Mrs. Norm Macdonald.
Wait a minute, you weren't there during the shoot either, but you know all about that.
As a matter of fact, I was, because me and Norm had already done the movie, and I had lunch with his assistant. We went over there.
There you go,
Yeah,
Artie.
I can tell you, Howard, it's Christopher Walken. I hosted Saturday Night Live
Yes.
several times. I think Norm is just a funny guy. He came up to me one day and said, I'm a big fan. I said, what's your favorite movie? He said, Chris Kattan's a fag.
Really?
Nothing to do with anything.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
I, for the record, have never heard Norm say that.
All right. Thank you, Artie.
All right, man.
Where are you today?
I'm in beautiful New Jersey.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
You want to hear?
Go ahead. No, you go.
We're on SNL one time, right? This is what Norm just didn't care about anyone. This a quick story. Pamela Anderson is on, and every time a hot chick would come on, Catan would go over the top to like, oh my God, he'd write a sketch. We're gonna make out. She's hot. She's with Tommy Lee Hammer. Back off.
Yeah, right.
Come on. So he writes a sketch, and they do this sketch where it's the Twilight Zone when everyone's in pig face or something.
Right.
So that's the goof. So me, Catan, we're all in it, and Norm is the guy who's got to go, imagine if you will. And Norm doesn't read sketches, and he's a pro.
Right.
So he would rehearse it and go, hey, imagine if you will, and second time, and Catan would go, oh my God, you don't even sound like him. Why would you do that? And I would stand and go, Norm, you gonna hit him back? Like, you gonna say something to him? You just gonna take that from this guy? Now we go to a dress show, which has an audience, and it's being filmed.
Right.
And again, he starts punking into Norm on the set.
Right.
He's going, oh my God, Norm, you gonna do it right? It's my only sketch.
Yeah, you don't sound like Rod Serling.
And he's like, hey, imagine, 10, 9, and we're on. And, hey, imagine if you will. And he knew the deal.
Right.
Now we go to air. And Norm still hasn't said nothing. Every time Catan would say something to him, I'd look at Norm like, hey, man, you're my hero. What's up? Because if you're not going to say something, I will.
Right.
And sure enough, he'd give me like a wink. I swear to you, he'd give me a wink. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Live Air comes on. And I'm like, 20 seconds to the Twilight Zone sketch. He starts up again. Where Mike, the whole audience is listening. He's like, oh, God, Catan. Norm, you've been a salad. Oh, God, Pamela, you're so hot. Norm, you're gonna... Pamela, I can't wait if you ever get rid of... 10 seconds. Norm turns to Catan. Right for his head, he goes, hey, Pamela, did Chris tell you he's gay yet? And he's got all this rage because he likes being gay. Everyone, why don't you just say you're gay and you wouldn't have all this anger and be a pester? 5 seconds! And you wouldn't have all this rage and try to interrupt everyone's sketch because you suck this week. And we're on! Imagine if you will. I'm like, there's my hero. There's my hero.
See, he knew to save it for the live air.
Saved it. He saved
nice.
it.
And Catan sank.
I couldn't even get my words.
You told me that we should go our separate ways. But I just wanna live my life without.
Yeah, I didn't say what he said. He was saying he was being.
He was paraphrasing and being kind. What did you say?
Well, Chris is a great guy, but he used to bring around women all the time to the show, Big, tall women, Big bruisers, And he'd say, look, I'm heterosexual. I mean, he wouldn't say that out loud, but that's what that would be the caption on the picture in the New Yorker. Boy, those are funny.
So it was something related to his sexuality.
Maybe. But listen, if I call a person gay, that ain't no insult.
It's a good thing nowadays.
Yeah, if you say it's an insult, you're the homophobe, not me.
Correct. Supreme Court says so.
That's absolutely. Would you care to hear my Anthony Hopkins?
I want to hear
From Sounds of the Lambs?
Yeah, I want to hear.
You be
your
the girl.
impression?
You be the girl.
Jodie Foster?
Yeah, just say something.
Who recently came out, right?
Yeah, but don't put that.
I'm not plugging that.
Okay, so just say it. Like I'm Hannibal the cannibal.
I'm Jodie Foster. I can't do Jodie Foster.
Just say any line.
Okay. Hannibal, you're terrible. What have you done to these innocent people?
Clarice, I don't know what you dream about, but I ate a guy.
That wasn't good at all. I've never done it. Here's the problem. I've never done an impression of him.
Do one. Here's Jessica Biel from Flashdance.
Okay. So Jessica, man, aren't you getting ready for your dance?
Yeah, I gotta go. I got a big thing tonight. It's like that much. My Jessica Biel and his Anthony Hopkins.
It was pretty close. They were pretty close. No, sometimes you think a good impression might come out. Did you ever do that?
What?
I didn't
even hear what you said.
You go, man, I like this guy. I'll try him. Maybe it'll come out and sound like him.
It's the first time you try an impression. Like, maybe I could do Cary Grant. Yeah, I'm Cary. Nah, it didn't work out.
Didn't work out.
Funny. That scene that you guys.
Daryl, where's Daryl?
The scene that you
Here's
guys
my
just
journal.
did, the one that you just did.
Yes.
You did it a few times, so.
Yeah. Every time we try to mix it up a little, you know.
It's good to do it less than more.
Sometimes less is more. Sometimes
It really
more
is.
Sometimes more is more when you're talking about fat women, but less is more when it's acting.
Yeah, if you're talking about little women, it's better to talk more about them.
Yeah, less is less. With
Talk
women,
less about heavier women.
but less is more in acting. But with big fat women, less is actually less. More is more. There's no hiding that.
It's true. Here's my impression of a big fat woman. Not very good.
Hey, fatty.
So how much longer are you guys going to be here?
What?
We're that's it.
Let's do a little from the sunshine.
We flew in for a half
Let's
hour.
do a little from the sunshine.
We're here for
Boys.
another week, I think.
But next year the sunshine boys. You want to hear a little?
I don't know
Sunshine
any
Boys?
from the sunshine
I don't
Boys.
know. Well, they said we could add a little bit off.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to get together, get back on the road again. See, do our vaudeville act.
I can't do that.
Why
Don't
not?
you see I got all this paperwork to do?
Yeah, you're balder than anything.
Wait a minute. If I weren't 70.
Ah.
Let's see. That's good. I got all this paperwork to do, and if I weren't 70.
People often say to me, you know who the real heroes are? I go, are they the real heroes? They go, no. I go, oh, they're the teachers. It's counterintuitive that it doesn't seem like a heroic job, but yes. First of all, if you're a teacher, you get the same vacations as a child. You get 4 months a year off. My vacation? I get almost no time off. We're 48 weeks a year. So 4 weeks a year I get off. What about you? You're not one of those fucking teachers, right? Seems like a teacher. Now, are you a teacher? What do you teach? What grade?
High school.
What grade? What grade? No, but what grade? Not so easy when it's the other way around. It's always easy to ask the questions. The real heroes are the fucking students. I actually have to answer the question. Now, what grade do you teach? 9 through 12. So you need a grade 13 education. You're the real hero. No, you're the real hero. No, I'm just kidding. You're the real hero. Everybody's gonna say, you're not the real hero. Shut the fuck up.
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer.
This is what's problem with our society, though.
What is it?
When they go, hey, the hardest job in the world is being a mom.
It is
Or
pretty
the hardest
hard.
job in the world is being a teacher.
Hard jobs.
That's not.
They're hard jobs.
My mom was a teacher. Let me
She
tell
had
you
the two
something.
hardest jobs. I think
She had the
cooking is a
easiest
harder
job.
job.
The teacher is probably the easiest job on the planet.
Why?
Let me
How can
explain
you
why.
say that?
First of all, my mother and my father were both teachers. They got all the you get all the vacations that children do. You're always off. You have the entire summer. You have 2 weeks Christmas, 2 weeks Easter. You work in an atmosphere where it's just you and children.
With young, stupid, with short, stupid people.
Yeah.
They don't know much. You're brilliant.
Yeah.
You don't have to learn anything.
They're all frightened of you. You can say anything you want.
You never take a test.
See, I don't know if you've ever
That's
gone.
true.
I go now. When I was a kid, I thought my teachers were so smart. Now I have a kid. I meet these teachers. They're not smart at all.
How can you say that?
Because it's true.
They're just like regular goofy people.
Well, that's,
And they
that's
have
what
the
you
and they have the only. My kid's teacher went crazy, and they could not fire her. because of...
Because the job's so hard, the kids made her crazy.
Yeah, but she has whatever you call it, tenure. They don't have that in any other job.
No, I know.
They have a union that has a stranglehold on...
They got to fire you before your tenure starts.
Yeah.
That's one of the
They
things.
got to fire you from the easiest job ever.
Your babysitter's funny.
Those are heroes. Those are also the heroes. They're like the real heroes are the moms and the teachers.
Well, they are.
Not the guys on Iwo Jima planting the flag.
Okay, they were heroes too.
Not the firemen that run into buildings. No.
No one's denying that those people are heroic.
It's a person that shows up at a school and is the tallest person in the class.
Oh my God. Wow.
That's a good
I'm
one. You
telling
got
you, my mom and dad were both teachers. It's the simplest job in the world. When I was a kid, I thought everyone got that much vacation. I was like shocked to learn that I thought everyone had the summer off. I thought everyone had 3 weeks off for Christmas.
Well, when you're doing your own sitcom, surely you have 6 months a year off. I mean, that has to be teacher-esque.
Exactly. It's teacher-esque.
Don't they say that having a sitcom is about the closest you can get?
That's about the hardest job in the world.
No, shut up.
Yeah, those are
That's
the real
easy
heroes.
Fun. Oh my God, you're making the people laugh. Lindsay, you're on the air.
Hey, Norm.
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, I teach 5th grade.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure it's hard. I mean...
805 says, rude. I'm a 2nd grade teacher and I hate you.
Rude. That sounds like a 2nd grade teacher.
No, Jimmy, that was just rude. Can you think of another way to say that?
To be a 2nd grade teacher, you just have to be smarter than a 2nd grade student. That's about the only thing you have to be.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, basically you need 3rd grade intelligence.
All right, is Norm back? No, he went to the bathroom. We finally get hold of Norm.
Maybe he's in Minneapolis.
You mean with the Anglo-Nicholas brother, Larry Craig?
Just saying.
All right, well, let's go to our expert on the subject. This is Norm Macdonald.
What?
I kid. I know you're the world's most active hetero.
I'm not. I'm very. As a matter of fact, I'm very asexual.
Why is that? What drove you to that? Is it fear of germs or what?
Just people. Even having a meal with them's hard enough, you know. Let alone all that filthy stuff that goes on afterwards.
So you're literally talking about watching a grilled cheese go into the oral orifice repulses you. You can't even.
I know how about that Larry Craig guy, man. There's nothing to understand about that. I mean, what do you need a psychiatrist for? You know it, and I know it. I mean, if there was co-ed bathrooms, we're heterosexual. If there were co-ed bathrooms,
yeah,
and this kind of stuff was going on, man, I'd be there all the time. Let's not kid ourselves.
All right, I'm not kidding myself, Norm. You've nailed me. Where are you at today, brother? Where are you calling me from?
I'm calling you. I just woke up, and Christian just woke me up.
Ah, Jesus. Why did you do that, Christian? You know Norm needs his sleep.
Christian's becoming the bane of my precious last few moments of life.
What don't we know, my friend? What have you got the Epstein bar or what?
I just mean in the sense that we all only have a precious few moments of life left. I was talking in the broader.
No.
But listen, you know what I think about that Senator Craig thing now, is that what I want to know is those codes, man, because, you know, there's these things that happen in life that I think I'm kind of cynical, you know?
Yes.
And then they happen, and I go, man, I didn't know that existed in life, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And one was the pit bull thing.
Sure. Who would have thought that people were that monstrous? I agree with you.
Right. But when I talk to people, they go, oh, yeah, that happens. Like, I knew about that, you know? And I go, you did? Like, I never knew that. But not that I compare the two. But I had no idea there was this bathroom thing going on that was so... you know, it wasn't just a small thing because they had a sting operation, they had a code, you know. The Minneapolis airport, the bathroom was apparently famous.
It's the Tigris and Euphrates of the code topic.
Exactly. So for you or me, we would just be hopefully, I mean, I can't speak for you, but for me, it'd just be a place we quickly run in, you know. These guys, they're going, have you been to the Minneapolis airport bathroom? Place is the hottest joint in town. Talk about your mind-blowing sex.
There's like a velvet rope, like outside Studio 54.
That'd be great. With an all-black gentleman allowing you in.
Are you on the list?
Exactly.
You know, my feeling, Norm, is they ought to put in, like Grauman's Chinese Theater, put how wide Craig's footprints were in soft cement in there, so people can come in for photo ops and see
that's
absolutely. Yeah, that's.
I think they should put a list of what the code is, because I don't know codes, you know, and I don't want to do the code by mistake, because a lot of times I'll be listening to my iPod.
Well, you know, the thing about the code is if you don't know it and you miss.
What if I was tapping my toes to listening to my Billy Joe Shaver CD,
right?
And my toe tapped against an old dude's or a dude's police officer, and then he knocked on the thing, and I took off my boots. I go, what? He goes, what time is it? I go, 7 o'clock. I look at my watch. He goes, are you sure? I go, absolutely. Next thing, he's clambering under or something. I go, no. I don't know.
Misreading the whole thing.
You need the code at all? Couldn't you, like, if I was doing it, I would just stand in the center of the bathroom thing and just, you know, peer at guys.
I know you give off the wrong vibe. All of a sudden you got Sam Drucker. You know when you go to get your car re-lubed and they lay on that thing that has wheels on it? You look down, you got Sam Drucker coming under the stall into yours. Or if you misdo the code, the Carpathia shows up in an effort to pull people out of the lifeboats.
The anonymous thing to me has always been, because I find it like it would take me probably a year before I was comfortable enough with a person, you know.
Right.
Show them my back of my hair on my back. But the anonymous part, like, here's a guy, he's never met a guy ever, you know, in his whole life. And he's in an airport, and he's like, come on in, sir, we don't have much time. You know, I hope you like the place. I was just defecating in it. You don't want to do that. Anyways, I got an 8:40 to Chicago. I don't have much time to get this robe and get to this filthy thing. I'm going to grab a slice of Sbarro and...
All right, Norman, I got to rock, baby. I'm up against a hard break, as was Larry Craig. This is the Dennis Miller Show.
Craig was arrested for alleged lewd conduct with another man in an airport bathroom. Similar accusations against him materialized.
I go to bathrooms to use bathrooms.
Now it is time for me to get famous through the computer. Trick shot videos are all over the internet. Millions of people have checked out the latest from 12-year-old Johnny Sullivan from Iowa.
I'm going to try to hit the jug off the pole blindfolded.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty good, huh? No. And he got 250,000 hits. I can easily beat that, obviously. I went out this afternoon with a camera crew. You know what that means? Field piece. Hey, I'm going to make a viral video. Look at that American flag up there on the moon. That was very impressive until you realize one thing. It was fake. Let's do some real ones. In my next viral video, I'm going to have one of my writers come up, and I'm going to throw it to him. In a car.
Oh, come on! Norm!
I'm going to have to introduce myself to the writers. Blind throw to one receiver. Here we go, blindfold. Ready, set, hey! 1, 2, 3, 4. YouTube, call it Me Too. There's two important things to a trick shot. One, the trick shot itself, and two, the thing you say right after. Would you like a receipt with that? Bury me in baking soda. I'm on fire. Did it go in? It's about time. It's about space. It's about two men in the strangest place. Ah! My best catchphrase combined with my worst throw. Move over, baby with infectious laugh. Oh no! Oh, baby with infectious laugh will still be getting many more hits. Well, unfortunately, we didn't get one, or did we? With only 5 minutes left in the shoot and dusk coming at us, let's take a look at what happened. Watch this one. I bet you weren't expecting that one, God. That is going up on the computer right now, and we want to beat that little kid. We want 250,000 hits. The rest is up to you. Send us your trick shots, and don't waste any time if you don't have a great catchphrase to go with us. Back sports.
You say there's no way we could go back, and that I've broken what we had. I wish that you would come around.
That could go viral.
You made up. I may go viral. But you made up for the one before that.
That goes viral. Daniel Kellison makes a lot of money.
Off of my idea?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, here's a good one.
Yeah, well, the joke was a bit wordy.
Do you have any other color jokes? I mean, he's just blue and yellow.
Did you just say, do I have any other colored jokes?
I knew you were going to say that.
Fucking Jimmy the Greek over here. I don't want to...
Jimmy the Greek.
How about Jimmy the Greek gets kicked out for being a racist? Meanwhile, they call him the Greek. On TV. Mr. Musburger.
Yes, sir.
People that you've worked with, and if you're in... Now listen, you were on TV for years with a guy called Jimmy the Greek.
Jimmy the Greek.
And which I always found odd that he was thrown out for racism. Everybody called him the Greek. But here you had a bookmaker on the program.
I did.
Which I found fascinating. But were there a lot of guys in sportscasting that developed gambling problems? Or not problems? It's fun.
You mean, yeah, exactly.
By the way, he's got another Greek bookmaker sitting right next to him.
There we go. I was about to say, I've got Chris
he has not changed a bit in that regard. So.
You know, Norm, it was fascinating because I'm going to be perfectly honest. I knew next to nothing. I mean, I knew you could bet on games and on point spreads, and Bob Martin was a legendary. But the Greek would always take me over to the Barbary Coast, and Michael Gunn, who owns the South Point, he was operating the Barbary over there. And Jimmy
Good
Vaccaro.
steak. Good steak.
Best.
Yeah.
You know, he moved Michael's from Barbary right down here to the the South Point, as you know. So I said to the Greek, I said, Greek, well, you like going over to the Barbary? I called him the Greek. Hey, Greek. You know, it was unbelievable. He's sitting around. Greek, come on, let's go out here for have dinner.
Greek, you have to go. You're racist.
I never really thought
the most racist
when you
Greek
think about
there
it.
is.
When you think about it, he's absolutely. What do you like going to the Barbary Coast for? Hey, parlay cards. Ties win.
Ties win.
that was why the Greek would go to the Barbary Coast, because you were the only guys that has ties winning.
That's a big thing.
He knew value. Yeah. He knew value.
That's a lot of EV on the ties win.
Yeah, we still run that ties win card, and I got to make it every week, and I got to tell you, I hate that.
They do not. They don't
Mr. Greek doesn't like it. No.
I remember they lost money for a while on those 10-point 3-team parlays. I don't know if they do those anymore.
We don't do those anymore. We got wised up on that.
You say I don't listen. I tell you I try. And we both got our own problems. But
A reporter from WRC-TV was asking questions about Martin Luther King's birthday and the progress blacks have made in society. There, CBS sports commentator Jimmy the Greek Snyder gave his impressions of blacks in coaching in the National Football League. His answers could raise as much controversy as the statements by former Dodgers executive Al Campanis last April on ABC's Nightline news program.
Yeah, pretty soon they're going to have to equalize it for the blacks, for the Greeks, the Jews, and for everybody. I mean, let's make it equal for everybody, you know.
And is it equal? What about in sports?
Well, they've got everything. If they take over coaching like everybody wants them to, there's not going to be anything left for the white people. I mean, all the players are black. I mean, the only thing that the whites control is the coaching jobs. Now, I'm not being derogatory about it, but that's all that's left for them. The black talent is beautiful. It's great. It's out there. So the only thing left for the whites is a couple coaching jobs.
Yeah, maybe we need to get more black coaches, don't you?
Oh, it's all right with me.
Okay, well,
I'm sure that they'll take over that pretty soon, too.
Now I'm just doing it to be funny. Yeah.
You got to be careful asking because from what I hear from the movies, all comedians will go into, well, a family goes into a talent agency and they say, we've got this great act.
Right. This guy, they came to me to do that movie. He's talking about the aristocrat.
Yeah. Right.
And I said, I've never heard that joke.
But they have secret parties at Chevy Chase's house.
It's the gayest thing I've ever heard. I'm like, you're going to make us all sound like that's so gay that we all go backstage and go, hey, well, let's hear your version.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen. That's not true.
Hanging.
That might have happened back in the 30s or something. But did you ever hear that?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't. That's the weirdest movie I ever saw. I was so angry about that thing.
All right, we gotta go.
Stevie can't wait to get to Lamont Tonelli.
You say I don't listen. I tell you I try. And we both got our own problems. But I still...
Guy goes into a talent agent's office and says, the greatest act in the world.
It's a family act.
And the agent goes, well, what do you people do? I come out dressed as Hitler in crotchless panties.
I'd like to see that, actually.
And we all drop our drawers and take a huge...
They might have to clean this up for TV.
Who's funnier than Kevin?
I can't think of anyone. Well, Nick Swardson.
Well, I don't know.
I love Kevin. No,
Kevin's
the best.
Been around forever.
Oh, he's hilarious.
He's kind of a hero of Nick. Okay, so it was mid-May of 2013. America was dancing to the music of Justin Bieber and Beyonce, and they were laughing at the story of a comic by the name of Kevin Nealon.
Get out there, and the next morning I call him to wake him up to go. He's sound asleep. I got to call him like 3 times and knock on his door. And then he gets up and he goes, I can't find my shoes. He's like being a little kid.
Sounds like every day getting him to this podcast.
And then we go to the driving range, and Jim McClain is his big instructor. We're getting lessons, and Norm is arguing with him about how to hit the ball right.
That's one of my favorite stories that we've heard in the last 9 episodes since we started.
No, he's hilarious, man. I mean, he's right up there with Nick Swardson, like tied for funniest dude. Guy has to make a fucking competition out of it. Anyways.
That's what I loved about the Larry King episode. You got to see him out of his element and something, you know?
Well, he's on Hulu, which is a cool thing.
Oh, Hulu's the best. I watch it every day.
Yeah. Is it better than Nick Swardson?
I mean, I like Nick.
Well, you know who's coming up?
Nick Swardson.
Yeah, you're a lover.
No, I love him.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, okay. He's hilarious.
Yeah, he's fine.
Terry, Reno 911, Grandma's Boy.
Yeah.
Gay Robot. That guy was hilarious.
Yeah.
It
Is.
says here on your license that your eyes are blue, but they're not blue.
What are they?
They're the Caribbean Sea with a full moon shining down under a Smurf's delicate balls.
Is hilarious.
He's going to be here. Really? He's funnier than Kevin Nealon, according to you. No, we just want to start.
I love Kevin Nealon.
But it would be cool to start a show business feud on the program.
That would be a very peculiar showbiz feud.
Nealon and Nikki.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back with Nick Swartzen momentarily. Nick Swartzen, he's wearing a gay robot T-shirt.
Hey, man. Hey, man. That's gay robot right there.
That's where I first knew of you, from Sandler's album.
Oh, yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was the coolest.
This is the only shirt that'll suck your dick. True story. For the record, Kevin Nealon's way funnier than me. I'm just
Yeah, you
gonna say
love
that.
Nealon.
I love Nealon.
I was at a party with a friend and I noticed you first, and you returned my gaze, knew how to quench my thirst. You took me to that room like a dream come true. The dance you performed was just for me and you. Kisses on the neck, then you work your way down. Let yourself go for me all around town. Seductively stood so good.
I'm told by Nick Swartzen that he's come up with a new impression for his act, known for his impressions. What is it again?
This is Mr. Furley talking to the 20-year-old girl he just woke up next to. Or no, he's in the middle of sex with her. I'm coming in your butt!
Oh my God. Well, listen, man. Hey,
your mouth is my toilet!
There's something about Norm Macdonald that every time he opens his mouth, I laugh. I don't know. It's just the style. It's the type of thing you can ask him anything. I mean, you remember from Saturday Night Live, and he anchored Weekend Update, and then did some OJ thing and got taken off by, what's the guy's name who took you off? I don't know. You don't remember either, yeah. Anyway, aside from having the same birthday as me, you got problems. You're wearing eyeglasses, and the reason
wearing
is
eyeglasses
why?
because I swam for 2 days and got chlorine in my eye, and then I don't know, man. I thought I had allergies at first, but now I go, no, this feels like chlorine, like it burned my eye or something. I don't know if that can actually happen.
Yeah,
I'll have to check the computer. I Google, computer MD, and then he tells me.
Is that the way it works?
That's what I do now, because I'm a bit of a hypochondriac. So
that makes life easy.
I'll go, and I'm reaching the age where, when you're young, you go, hey, man, my left arm hurts. Let's go, I'll have some soup. But then when you're older, you go, oh, my left arm. So it's probably nothing, but I could be having a massive heart attack.
Well, if you did, that'd be great publicity for the show.
Oh, I don't have one now.
Oh, if you're going to do it here. Well, look, everybody'd be talking about you. I get the publicity. It would work.
Yeah, it would. In a cynical world, it would work.
If you had to do a show right this minute, can you just turn on a dime and do it?
A comedy show?
Mm-hmm.
On what?
Well, you're here at No, forget me. You're at Cobb's right now.
I can do it, yeah.
You can do it? You just turn yourself on and off?
Yes, sir.
Can we turn up the volume a little?
Am I not talking loud enough?
There you go. There you go. So what happened to your sports gig? That wasn't a bad show. And
that's fun, man, because I knew about sports, and so it was fun to do something like, because when I did Weekend Update and we did politics, I don't know anything about politics.
Oh, yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
Why, because you're Canadian?
Because it doesn't interest me. It's gossip. It's like reality show to me. Like if I watch, sometimes I'll turn it on, and I feel like a moron. Like a guy's going, like there's a politician that I'm supposed to back or something, and he's like, I'm like, I'm going to watch him. And then he goes, we got to get America working again. And I go, okay, I'm a moron. Okay.
So you don't vote?
This is my guy.
Well, you're an American citizen, right?
No.
You're still Canada? Who's the Prime Minister of Canada? I don't know. Don't look at me.
It's so inconsequential. Even when you're Canadian, you rarely remember. Because it doesn't really... it's much more... If you're a Canadian, it's much more important to know the President of the United States than the Prime Minister of Canada.
And to know everybody on a hockey team.
Yeah.
Stephen Harper. I just got
That's
that.
his name.
That's his name, Stephen Harper.
Conservative from the West Coast.
The West Coast being what, Vancouver or something like that?
Maybe Alberta. Maybe. I think it's Alberta.
Did you sleep last night?
I haven't slept like about 3 days. I've been very tired. Why, do I sound tired or something?
Yeah, it could have fooled me, yeah.
Well, I thought maybe I was getting a cold. I'm not sure. I had a sore throat.
That's that. Did I shake your hand?
I was warning everyone not to.
Yeah, I'm paranoid. I don't.
No, I am too. I'm like always that. So I thought it was just allergies with the chlorine. I don't know. I may be having like a cold or some gross thing.
You think?
I don't know. I haven't been sleeping very well. I've been sleeping, but
it's a shame we don't have a sleep train to add this hour. I could have helped you with that.
Yeah, sleep what?
Yeah, sleep train. It's a sponsor of ours.
Oh, Sleep
And
Train.
a Sleep Train. Yeah, and they have all these different mattresses.
Oh, mattresses. I
Yeah.
got a mattress.
You got a mattress?
Yeah, I got the hardest mattress there was in the store.
What was that?
I don't know what it's called. It was a mattress store I went to, and the guy said, "What do you like? This." He goes, "Would you like try a harder one?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "What about the hardest one of all?" I go, "Yeah." So that one was really cool. I go, "I'll get this."
And it's worked out?
Man,
Doesn't
it's
seem
great.
to have.
It's like sleeping on the floor.
Is it really? Why don't you just sleep on the floor? It's cheaper.
Well, I would, but people tell me, I don't know, people tell me I shouldn't, and I think if I roll around in a fetal position, it'd be a lot of pressure on my skeleton against the hard floor. It might be too hard.
Well, you could get a pillow for that. That's a lot cheaper. Go back to the sports show. Why'd they cancel it?
I don't know. I think they
said low numbers, but I read that you were getting like a million a night. That wasn't bad.
It was good. Yeah, we had good numbers. I don't know why they didn't. I think they thought, well, I mean, there is a right thinking when something has sports in its title, no woman will watch. Therefore, you cut the audience in half instantly, which is a bad mistake.
That's not really true. A lot of women who love sports.
But no, there's not.
No,
not that'll watch it.
Oh, yeah.
No, well, that's not what the numbers showed.
Really?
No, the vast majority of women didn't. You know, even when, like in testing, they'd show the show, and then women and men would like it equally. You know what I mean? But they were forced in testing to watch it. But in the thing, when it says sports on it, that's the lady wants to turn it to a different channel. We're much more old-fashioned than you think.
Be honest with me on something. Would you be honest with me on something?
Yeah, of course.
Because I don't care. It's California. I'm not judging. You ripped it all?
Ripped?
Mm-hmm.
You mean steroids?
No.
Oh, no. Drip? No. God, no.
Then you're just tired. Then you're just tired. I mean, you just come off like you're just enjoying life too much. Just kind of.
No.
Kind of rolling with
God.
it.
I'm not enjoying life.
Yeah,
I'm either sick. I'm taking NyQuil.
NyQuil's like taking drugs.
Well, it is kind of.
Yeah, they got alcohol in there.
Yeah, I know, and I don't handle alcohol at all. But yeah, it makes you sort of like. It takes away your stuffed up nose.
You know what helps?
At the expense of being like sort of lightheaded.
Ice cold studio helps.
It is ice cold in the studio.
Trying to help.
I said I should have because I just came from L.A. where it was deadly hot.
Like 100 degrees there.
Yeah, it was insane. So,
well, this is our heat wave. It's going to be like 86. Lloyd said 86 today in the city.
That's cold. That is going to be very cold.
That's cold.
Yeah.
No, 86 is.
I'm down by the water, so it should be cold there.
I can imagine doing this.
Also, I think my voice is real low, like because I'm so nasal for my thing. That's what I think. That's why you think I'm ripped because I realize I'm so nasal. I'm kind of slurring, and I gotta get more energy. But the energy will be very false because I'm so breathless.
Would you rather be doing the show, or would you rather be me having to do the interview? 808-0810 if you want to have fun with Norm.
That's the eternal question.
Ain't it ever? 808-0810, Ron Owens, KGO.
I've been searching for what's missing, but the answer.
I remember as a little kid, I was like 8 years old, and I was behind my garage. I was sneaking a cigarette back there, and my dad caught me. I'll never forget it. And he grabbed me, and he hauled me in, and I thought I was in for the strapping of my life, you know? What he did is he pulled out this giant cigar. Must have been half the size of my arm, this big cigar. Stuck it in my mouth, lit it up, made me smoke it all the way through, right to the end. That's when I started smoking cigars real heavy.
That, of course, is Norm Macdonald. Now, how would you did you hear yourself just now?
Yeah.
You think you sound the same?
No, I don't sound anything like that. That was when I was like young, and I was like, when I did my act, I was like in dead fear. So like my voice would like go octaves up, you know what I mean?
In fear of what? People not liking it?
I don't know. No, I didn't really care if people liked it. I think when I have this thing where if I'm afraid if I go on stage, I'll have a big heart attack and croak, and then I always think that.
You do?
Yeah.
Again, it'd be good publicity for the club. I mean, you're going to be where? You're going to be over at Cobb's this week.
Cobb's,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, we good. Help them out a little bit. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. No, I have nothing against being a martyr.
All right.
For comedy, for free speech.
I'm gonna need help on this. 808-0810. Folks, you help interview him, okay? Let's have fun. Rachel, San Jose, start it off. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Ron. I just wanted to tell you, Norm, that I've loved you for so long, and I really love the roast you did for Bob Saget. That was just some of the funniest comedy I think I've ever seen.
Oh, you're sweet.
Saget's a friend. I like him.
Saget's a good guy.
Where was the roast on, Rachel? I never saw it.
I think it was Comedy Central, and
Really?
it was so great. If you could play a clip of it, I don't know if you can, but
I can't, but Chris Hernandez can.
he was roasting the roast. It was just so funny.
Ah, all right. Do you remember any of it, Norm?
Yeah.
Yep. What do you remember?
I did a roast of Bob Saget, and why? You have a clip of it?
No, we will get one.
Oh, he said there was a clip.
I think we're gonna go. Where are you going with this?
No, I was just wondering if there was a clip.
All right, no.
No, I instead of just explaining it, but it was supposed to be, these roasts. You're supposed to insult people and be real dirty and stuff
Right.
like that. So instead of doing that, I got a book that my dad gave me when I was a little boy. It was called 101 Insults to Tell People at a Retirement Party. So I got all my jokes out of that book.
You did, huh?
Yeah, and then and none of them were dirty at all. They were
I'm going to give it one more shot. How'd you get the Saturday Night Live gig? If you were you were the guy that was afraid and your voice would rise, how'd you get the gig?
I don't know. I just went to Lauren. They like my stand-up, and then they said, come in and do 2 characters and 2 impressions. And I said, I don't got nothing.
And that was it?
Yeah, that was it. I said, I'll go on as a writer, because I said, I'm not going into the audition because I don't know how to do characters or impressions.
Here's what we're going to do. You know, I've said it before, and I'll say it to your face, I love you. You make me laugh like crazy. I will plug where you're going. You're going to be at Cobb's tonight, 8 and 10:15, Saturday, 8 and 10:15, Sunday, 8 o'clock. Don't be upset with me. We're done, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Norm. I
that
love
was
you.
cool.
I like it. Next time. We'll catch you next time.
Okay, baby. That was
500
fun.
new business cards. That's 500 first impressions.
At Staples, we know you're...
Come on. You're begging for a beating after saying that MGK beat Eminem in this diss track fucking battle. You're begging for people to call you a retard all week long because that's what they're going to call you. That's really bad.
Lewis, you can't say retard in this day and age. Even Norm Macdonald knows that. Norm Macdonald went to Down syndrome instead of retard.
I know.
Okay, on the Howard Stern show. You know, you can't say that. Come on, Jesus Christ.
If
My son's retarded, please.
Not retarded. You can't say that.
Of course he's not retarded. I know, I'm joking.
Isn't it crazy? Even something like retard.
Poor little guy.
Look,
I'm trying to catch butterflies.
I'm fighting back. I'm keeping at least retard. You can't take that one from me.
It was a good one. Yeah,
right,
you can't say that. All right, questions, please.
Questions. All right, here we go. Let's see. If you guys want us to answer your questions, BYM@gasdigitalnetwork.com. They have to know how to send in the questions. How are they not going to? They're not going to know. BYM@gasdigitalnetwork.com. Send your questions there. All right. Let's see. Okay. Well, this guy actually asked about Norm Macdonald. Can I give my take about this guy? You have a different thing. I'm a comedian.
Hold on. There's a lot of people in England that probably don't know who Norm Macdonald is and don't know what's going on. So, first of all, give a quick breakdown for everybody listening. When I say quick, abbreviated breakdown. Go.
30 seconds or less. Got a timer on. Okay. So Norm Macdonald's a comedian from fucking old school SNL days. Been a comedian for like 40 years probably. Considered somewhat of a living legend, right? He recently did an interview for some magazine. I think it was the New Yorker or something. And he was asked about the Louis C.K. and Roseanne situation, both independently. And he went on to, because he's friends with them, basically defend them more or less. And one of the things he had stated was like, look, not many people understand what it's like to lose, tens of millions of dollars in a day, to lose everything for, a mistake. And then I guess they went on and said, the interview said, well, what about the victims? And he was like, well, the victims didn't go through that, which he got a lot of flack for. They canceled his Tonight Show appearance. He was supposed to do Jimmy Fallon, and then they canceled his appearance. And he's fine. He's got a Netflix show still. He's still doing all the touring of all the circuits. But it was it just depends on how you feel about this whole thing. I mean, should people be able to have an open conversation about how they feel about the Me Too movement and what's going on in Hollywood and what's going on in society? And if you're not just speaking one side of the narrative, you know, do you have to live in fear of having these opportunities taken from you? Not even doing something, not even hurting somebody, but they took an opportunity from him because he just stated like, you know, which by the way, I mean, I want to get your opinion on it, but it's like, what the fuck? Valerie Jarrett wasn't a victim. Roseanne's quote unquote victim. She had a comedian say, you know, even at the worst case scenario, a racist thing about her. I would much rather have somebody say something racist about me than lose $30 million. Any day of the week. Any day of the week.
This is way over 30 seconds.
50. I mean, I'm looking at it.
Way over. I stopped listening a while
50.
ago. A minute 50.
A minute 50.
A minute
Okay.
50.
Okay.
I'm disgusted with you. You've lost all track of time.
I'm off the Tonight Show.
You know, Jesus Christ. I mean,
Shame.
what is this guy talking about? Jesus, get a grip. Get a grip. A quick abbreviated breakdown. And you went off on a tangent there. Listen, here's the thing. The Me Too movement is valid, okay? And it's a fantastic thing because there is no place for sexual harassment in this world, whether you're a man, woman, child, whatever. Shouldn't happen. His choice of words, I heard him on the Howard Stern show, and he said he shouldn't have done it. He said he shouldn't have said it. He apologized. He said the choice of words were wrong, and they were, you know, because it sounded like he was sympathizing with them over the victims. That said, you know, there was a bit of a overreaction over it all. He clarified his comments. He apologized. But you wanted to talk about this last week when it first happened. And I said to you, I don't want to talk about this because it is a touchy subject for a lot of people, you know, and I don't really want to get my feet wet. I don't want to dive in with my massive size 12s and make a mockery of something that is a very powerful movement that is needed in this day and age, that I will say is somewhat abused at times as well and overplayed. So I don't know. It's a tricky one, but what was the question that the person asked?
Yeah, well, he had asked specifically
1 minute 50.
What do you think of this whole Tonight Show Norm Macdonald situation? I'm a huge Norm fan, and I really appreciate the support you've shown him on Twitter. This is to me specifically. Give his new show a plug on the podcast. So this is Matthew in Montreal. It wasn't so much that I wasn't supporting Norm because I don't fucking know Norm and I don't give a shit. Like every time a celebrity gets Me Too'd or dies in a fucking accident or whatever it is, in my opinion, I move up another bump in the industry. So I'm like, yeah, kill them all, dude. Louis C.K., whoever, get the fuck out of the way. That's the way that I feel about it. I'm not defending anybody. I am saying that comedians are supposed to be looking for truth. And the way that we do that is by, you know, trying to write jokes and have conversations about things that are uncomfortable sometimes. And when you're discouraging comedians from doing that, you're essentially killing comedy. And The Tonight Show is a show that should be encouraging the creation of great comedy and not discouraging the discussion, no matter what side you fall in the discussions. And I agree, the Me Too movement is extremely necessary, but don't devalue it by breaking anybody down that wants to discuss it beyond just like, oh, you're absolutely right. Because I think that's, dude, discussion is like, look, every time you have an argument with your girlfriend or your wife or your anybody, right? What is the way do you come to the solution? By having an actual discussion. You and your wife will get into an argument. You'll go home. You'll go in the opposite rooms. You'll fucking, cooler heads will prevail. You'll come back. You'll have a conversation for 20 minutes and you're in a great place. But without having that discussion, we never get to that place.
Whoa. What age do you think we're living in? That's not how it goes down in my house, Lewis.
She fucking listens.
In my house, she gets a fucking slap. She gets told to get her fucking ass in that kitchen, make me a sandwich, put the kettle on, I want a coffee. In the meantime, I'll be taking a nap on the couch. When I wake up, you better have a better fucking attitude, okay? Of course I'm joking. Of course I'm joking.
Of course you gotta say you're joking too, which is fucking crazy. It's crazy.
I know. Of course I'm joking.
Straight to the heart. I went a long time acting like I was a broken apart by you.
They were asking you about Louis C.K.
Yes.
and Roseanne. Now,
Yes.
Roseanne was someone who gave you one of your first breaks in
My
show
very
business.
first job, yes.
You were actually writing
I
on
love
Roseanne.
yes.
And Louis is a friend of yours.
Louis is, the greatest comic there is.
And in the defense of them, somehow you got to this point where you said,
Well,
hey,
it wasn't really a defense of them. They asked me, what do you think of Roseanne, and what she did, and how she's doing. That's what they asked.
Yes.
Because I've been in touch with her.
Yeah.
So the day it happened, I phoned Roseanne because I know Roseanne, and she was crying, and she was so, upset and heartbroken. I felt so bad, and so I said, I don't know what to say to you, Roseanne, because I've never been through this,
No.
And I said, let me ask a friend of mine that's been through this. And I was talking about Louis C.K.
Yeah.
Now, Roseanne had been really hard on Louis C.K.
Yes, when he was in his controversy, she
before,
blasted his
and this
ass.
was before he got written up.
Yeah.
She said she named him. She said fucking Louis C.K. is doing
Right.
a lot of bad things. So
So you had the idea that they should talk to one another.
I talked. Louis did. I talked to Louis, and I said I was worried about Roseanne because
Right.
I talked to her for 2 hours in a row. I was just crying the whole time, and I was like, I'm kind of worried about Roseanne. She's not the strongest person mentally.
Right.
And Louis said, I think I should talk to her because very few people have been through what we have been through. This particular, a very peculiar event where you say something or you do something and your career is wiped out forever. And this happens instantaneously. So I said, you should talk to her because you've been there. And they conflated that with me saying, because I said, now the victims went through worse, but it wasn't the same as that.
Yeah, what you said was the victims have, at least they don't lose everything.
Yeah.
That's where you got into trouble.
That's where I got into trouble,
Because
yes.
I have people in my life who are victims of real bad sexual abuse.
I do too, Howard.
Rape, everything.
Yes.
And they go through. It destroys their life. They're never the same.
Of course not.
Their whole bodies shake at the thought of it. Some of them even black out when they think about this thing. It's horrible.
I know that. And of course, you'd have to have Down syndrome.
Not to know that.
My new word.
Down syndrome. Right. That's a good word.
You'd have to have Down syndrome to not feel sorry for, of course, I have. Me Too is what you want for your daughters. You know what I mean? And
of course.
You want that to be the future world, of course.
Right.
And I meet all kinds of women that have the terrible stories, about what's happened to them.
So
but I wasn't talking about the victims. I was talking about, they asked me about Roseanne. They asked me about Chris Hardwick. They asked me about Louis. And I told them, like if someone murders someone, and goes to jail, right? And then he gets out of jail after 10 years. And you go, I'm going to give this guy a job washing dishes because he's done his penance.
Right.
Nobody goes, well, what about the people he murdered? Well, of course they had it off worse,
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the murderer. Give him a dishwasher job,
So do you think that the writer somehow merged all of these thoughts into one thing, or do you feel you were quoted inaccurately, or do you feel like you were treated fairly?
Well, I don't know. The original writer was for the Hollywood Reporter,
right?
And he wrote it, and that wasn't the headline,
right?
And so I don't know if he even noticed or anything. And then another place called Vulture, which is a WW computer.
Yeah.
They wrote, Norm Macdonald defends Louis Anderson.
Louis C.K. Louis C.K. You can't defend Louis Anderson. What did he do?
I defend, it says, in the headline, Norm Macdonald defends Louis C.K. and Roseanne Barr. And I never defended them.
I love Norm. Norm is from my home country, Canada, and from my home club, Yuck Yucks. And I've worked with him many times. Norm had one of the funniest stories he ever told on The Tonight Show about his father. Do you know about his father and Bill Cosby?
No.
No, not his. He told this on The Tonight Show. He told a story. It's one of my favorite stories because it's real, again. Bill Cosby was on SNL as a guest host when Norm was there, and he tells a story about his dad got him into comedy. Norm Macdonald's dad would sit him down every time there was a comedian on The Tonight Show or wherever. He would sit him down and make him watch, and they would watch Cosby together. Cosby stand up, and they would laugh. That was his father and him bonding moment, and maybe the reason he got into comedy. So when Cosby was on the show, he went up and he said, "Mr. Cosby, you know, I just want to tell you that I think you're the reason I'm in comedy. You are my dad's favorite comedian, and he used to make me sit down in front of the TV and watch you, and that's what inspired me to go into comedy, but you're his favorite." And Cosby says to him, "Where are you from?" And he goes, "I'm from Ottawa, Canada." And Cosby says, "I'm playing Ottawa. I'm on tour. I'm going to be playing Ottawa in 2 weeks. Give me your dad's number. I'll call him, and I'll bring him to the show." And Norm goes, "That's amazing." He goes, "What's his number?" And he wrote down his number, and then he walked away and he started sweating. And one of his friends said to him, "What's wrong, Norm?" He goes, "Well, I told him that story. And then once he said, I'm going to call him, I was too uncomfortable to tell him my father died 5 years ago." So I just wrote down a bullshit number, and that's it. And they go, "How could you do that, Norm?" 2 weeks goes by. Norm is sitting in his office. They get a call. They said, "Norm, Bill Cosby is on line 2. This is 2 weeks later, and he picks up the phone and he goes, "Yeah," he goes, "Listen, I'm in Ottawa and your dad's not answering. They said that this number is disconnected that you gave me. What is his number?" And I can't remember for the life of me the end of the story, but Norm was stuck on the phone and he didn't want to say, "Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that he's dead." Like, at what point do you kind of break this to Bill Cosby? It was one of the funniest, real, uncomfortable, and that kind of comedy is the kind of comedy that when people are uncomfortable. And when Norm Macdonald told that real life story, it's really funny, but oh my God, his father's dead. He's in a, it's
How do you get out of that? Yeah.
Yeah, there was no way.
Was there an ending?
I can't remember the ending, and I wasn't prepared for this story, and I remember I hear it a lot. I'm just kind of bowled over by the loss of somebody younger than me.
You know, I had maybe the greatest Bill Cosby story ever.
Really?
And now it's not in the top 10,000. Because I'll tell people the story.
Right.
And then I'll constantly be interrupted by, and then did he rape you? I'm like, he didn't ever rape me. It had nothing to do with the story.
One of the nicest, most genuine, authentic people I've been watching over and over again. One of my favorite moments of his is in 1998, in January 7th, if you look it up, January 7th, 1998, he did the Letterman show. That is the day that he got fired from Weekend Update.
Right.
And he wouldn't say anything negative. Letterman did many, many times to him in his face. But he first of all, he was fired. He still showed up and did this appearance. You know, if you got fired off your main event, I doubt you would want to
promote it
and be out in public.
Right.
And that's all they talked about. And he would not say, Letterman was going, "What kind of idiot would fire you?" "No, he's a very nice man. He was a nice man. He just didn't like he would not besmirch the guy that made
class act.
The most classy.
Don Ohlmeyer.
Yeah.
And it occurred to me, and I was talking to my buddies on a text chain the other day, a bunch of comics, and I said, this wasn't Norm's time. He didn't want to live in a world of Don Ohlmeyers. Everyone trying to cancel everybody.
Right.
It was interesting that he's gone now.
So you went on there and told that story, and then Dave was kidding you about Don Ohlmeyer, et cetera, as I
Right.
recall.
Dave was much more upset about it than me. Because Dave wasn't under the influence of Xanax.
I wonder if he's doing it now. Up there. Up there. She's up there too.
My favorite of all of the hosts of these types of shows is
what's his name?
Is the host of Deal or No Deal, Howie Mandel.
Howie. Yeah.
He's the most amazing.
Good.
Even though he's a comedian, he does it, and I'm going to tell you that you are in a moment.
Yeah, he still gets us every week.
Every time.
Every week.
Now, but Bob has a beautiful face like a flower. Yeah, cauliflower. no offense, but your face looks like a cauliflower.
The Bob Saget roast, another seminal moment in my life.
You were so funny.
I have a lot of well-wishers here tonight, and a lot of them would like to throw you down one, a well. They want to murder you in a well. Seems a little harsh, but apparently they want to murder you in a well. It says here on this card. No, I think that that Bob should join the Ku Klux Klan. And that's not because he's racist. He's not racist. It's just that he'd look a lot better with a hood over his head on account of his face. How can you not get that?
So many people just talked about that.
Oh yeah.
So many people said they couldn't figure it out. That's it. How could they not figure it out?
That's what I think. I was like, it's all right if you don't like it, but don't think I'm mentally ill.
They were like, what is he doing? I don't know. He's telling old jokes.
Norm Macdonald, God bless you. Watching your set was like watching Henry Fonda pick blueberries.
Why, I don't think there's a person in here that would not love to watch Henry Fonda pick blueberries.
Well, it's time to do jokes. This is where we put in a big thing, jokes.
Yeah. Two businessmen bought the Milwaukee Bucks for $550 million. They are very excited with their purchase, as this is the only legal way to own black people. Now that is here, and I read that.
Well, you're not there. You know how businessmen are racist?
They are.
Yeah, so it's them being racist.
They
not
are.
You.
The two businessmen that bought the Milwaukee Bucks for $550 million are racist,
Oh,
according
no,
to
they're
this.
fine, man.
Give me one that doesn't offend many people.
This is not topical. It's just about. It's as if it's about your life. You know.
How come none of my friends ever have a dungeon? Instead, they all just have rape dungeons. So it's not a regular dungeon, is what you're saying.
Dungeon.
Thanks for again. It's the bus. I've never been thrown under an entire Trailways fleet. You asked me who was in the presence of
Dean
one.
Martin at Hamburger Hamlet.
You know everything about
That's what
me.
I meant. That's where I saw him. Was it Hamburger Hamlet?
Yeah, I didn't
That's where
know.
I saw him also.
We must have talked about it too.
I don't know. Well, he'd always be at Hamburger
And
Hamlet.
I walked in there and he had lost his son, and he was nice, and I just went,
I found your son. Bob was the first comedian that I ever saw perform when I was a boy, live, and I loved him. But one thing that bonds us as comedians is we're bitter and jealous, and we hate everyone else that has any success. But Bob, honestly, has never had an unkind word for anybody, and I love him, and I hope everybody else does, so I just want to say that. Thank you.